Today was the red day. Okay, 4%, almost 4% on the red, on losing for AMC. But guess what, guys? The volume is drying. The volume is kind of cooled off since multiple weeks now. But I mean, I don't blame it. It was expected. It was expected. But guess what, guys? It's a good news that the volume is drying because it means people were waiting on the sidelines before flooding this with money again, because we have the 25 million new shares that's now off the table, and I explained why this will have three main implications for green days ahead of us in my previous video. If you haven't watched that, please go ahead and do so. But guys, I want to talk about something that really transpired into this communication from the CEO today. No, so I already mentioned this, guys, but not talking about the 25 million shares, but talking about the I see you, I hear you, and I value you. So we all knew that 99.99999% of the apes were against this new issuance of 25 million shares, all right? And multiple times since January, Adam Aron, the CEO, has really come up with multiple ways, multiple times he's proved that, hey, I hear you guys. He's listening to the community. We've seen that with the 500 million shares. We now see this with the 25 million shares, okay? We've seen this with other stuff that he posted yesterday on his Twitter accounts about these things. Many of you have suggested that we show live pro sports, esports, and events, all right? So guys, what is actually transpiring here around this I see you, I hear you, I value you is, hey, they know, he knows that we own the company. We are the major shareholders of AMC. And because of that, he could have done multiple things differently without even taking into consideration the apes' feedback, the apes' suggestions. Because we are dumb money, remember? We eat crayons, it seems like. But he didn't take that route. Instead, since March, he's really trying to play and take into consideration into the management of the company what we believe, because we are the shareholders. That means we really own the company. It's not just because we are buying, but it's also because we are the shareholders. And personally, I don't know about you guys, but personally, it gives me that confidence into where we are heading forward. Short squeeze before or even beyond the short squeeze. Because think about it, guys. What will happen if we come up with a suggestion, for example, about dividends? Let's say we want our dividends once AMC will be able to pay dividends again. We want dividends not in cash. We want dividends in cryptocurrencies. Or maybe what if AMC comes up with its own cryptocurrency like Dogecoin that will be, the new currency in which will be paid tickets, which will be, as I mentioned earlier, paid out dividends, which will now be the main, payment channel in which everything, the popcorn, the food, the drinks, and even more will be used on AMC. I'm just throwing out there, guys. Just imagine how big of an impact, how big of a signal he will send to the markets. The hedges and the shorts think we are dumb money, that we don't think. But actually, the CEO thinks differently, and that's why he's really taking into consideration everything, not everything, but one of the good ideas that we are suggesting. So guys, that is a great news, because not a lot of companies in the US and in the world actually operate in a similar way. So if that doesn't give you confidence moving forward with this thing popping, man, I don't know what will, guys, seriously.